Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to my workshop and to very cool stuff. This is part 2 of the wardrobe build. I'm trying to get it finished through this video to complete it. Anyway, I forgot to show where I drilled the shelf pinholes. I've got this Veritas jig. I got it for not a lot of money off eBay, but it works a treat. It's fully adjustable, 2 rails, and then it'll go the full length, as you'll see in a moment, because there's location pins. You just, when you finish one side, you just shovel it down and carry on drilling. Hope you enjoy. So after the carcasses are built, it's time to put an edge on the ply. So you'll see here I've just got some bits of pine strips, and glued and clamped. Once the glue has dried, take the clamps off and trim to the edges. You know, I'm just using a flush cut saw at the edge, and then it'll be plain along the length until they're smooth. Just time to give the panels a quick sand. Just going over here with some 240 grit. So all the carcasses are going to be painted, so I've set up this spray booth. At first it's going to be take all the bits off. I'm just using a tack cloth here, and it'll be on with the primer, let it dry, then on with the top coat. And I'm going to use the HVLP spray gun that I've got to apply the finish. Panels everywhere. Either need a lot of space or a really good drying rack. It's time to start the doors. They're going to be shaker style. To break down the sapele, I'm going to use a nude toy. Ripping the boards on the bandsaw. So this sapele will be the cope and stick, or rails and stiles, for all the doors. It is rough lumber or rough timber at the moment, and so now I just need to dimension it, so it's onto the planer and thickness, etc. I'm using some 9mm moisture resistant MDF for the centre panels, so track saw and cut them out. All the components are cut for the doors. Just need to make the grooves in all the styles and the rails. Now to put the tenons on the end of the rails. These will fit into the grooves just made along the edge. You see a more in-depth version of how I make these type of doors in a previous video. Link will be in the usual place. A small round over on the edge. On the panel side, I'm just stopping short of where the rails and stiles meet, and I'll finish them off later with a chisel. For the longer stiles, for the large doors, it won't fit on my router table, not enough room, so it's out with the handheld trim router and put the round over just the same. A quick rub with the random orbit sander, 240 grit, just on the panels to finish it off before we start glue up. Starting glue up, just using Type Bond 3, not necessarily because it's waterproof properties, but because it's a longer cure time. It gives me a bit more time to get these doors together without them bonding together in the wrong place. now just trim the horns off the edges of the doors. You see I set a stop to the top rail and the bottom rail, and just aids consistency. Then just finish the round overs on each of the edges of the doors. That's all the doors prepped and ready for painting. The HVLP spray system which I used for the panels was quite slow. The finish was good, but it just took forever. So I purchased an airless sprayer, and this works a hell of a lot quicker, as you'll see in a minute. Each door gets a primer coat first. Painted panels and doors as far as you can see. I've also knocked up a couple of plinths out of the 4x2 for the wardrobes to sit on. So here we are at the install. There'll not be too much photography going on here, a few photos and maybe just a few videos. This is the we've put the wardrobes in place, sat them on the plinths, and now just attaching them. You'll see we're using what they call space plugs. At the top you'll see the orange things, and you drill through the carcass and into a joist in the ceiling, and that's what it's like when it's up. So I've put the back panels on, and now I'm just about to start fitting the doors. Using soft close bloom hinges for these. This is another new toy. It's just a mobile sliding bevel miter saw, just a cheap one, just to help on site, because we're going to build some stud work and some new doorways and entrances, so it makes life a lot easier. A quick walkthrough of the finished job. Sorry, not many more on-site videos, but this is the best what I could do really. So this is room 1 and into room 2.